Hello, lovely ones. This is Teresa, Destination Mountaintop. And I just wanted to come and you guys are going to get two today. This evening, well, later on tonight, because it's almost 12 a.m., but I wanted to get this in before 12 o'clock. But you're going to see this videotape one, and then later on tonight I'm going to do a live. But what I wanted to do was to share. I realized today that it is the last 12 days before Christmas, and I thought to myself, okay, I've been kind of, you guys know how I do. I kind of shoot things around all day in my head. Okay, God, what are we gonna do? And been kind of laying around because the allergies are kicking my butt. Really, look, eyes swollen, everything. So allergies really kicking in there. But I wanted to really do something special this year. And especially with all that we've been through this year and just coming out of this horrific tornado that's hit everybody and then lost somebody on Arkansas side and then turn around and the shootings to happen over on Texas side today. And it's just like it's so much negativity that is surrounding us. And excuse me, as I talk to different young people and I listen to what's in their heads, and it's like a lot of them, especially the young men, they feel like, what's the use? They think that all the odds are against them. They feel like if they talk, I try to encourage them, come on, let's do a show, let's do this. But it's like, no, because people don't want to really hear what we have to say. And they don't really want to hear the truth. So what's the use in doing that? And things are not going to change. And I just feel like the only way that things are going to change is if people get in there and actually literally try to make a difference. These little videos I do, these little shows I do, these little lives I do, this is my way of trying to bring awareness and bring about change. And also trying to be transparent because on Facebook and Instagram, people put up the best front. It's the best poses. The hair is always fixed. The makeup is always fixed. Even with myself. I love my makeup. I love my hair. And everything is about perfection and putting on a front. And anytime you're trying to do something, especially on social media or even in real life, you want to put your best foot forward. But what tends to happen is that it can become such a front, such a fake thing. And I want to always be transparent, and that's why in my writings and in my videos, I let you guys know, hey, I'm putting this out there, but this is something that I'm going through too, or this is something that I've been through too. And I said, okay, what is the best gifts that, or what is the best way to recognize the 12 day of Christmas? And I said, okay, I'm always writing about we need to change, we need to put down things, we need to put things in our lives and do things so that we can be a positive influence on ourselves first. We get us together and then out to others. So I thought about, even with the videos I do and listening to the people who do grace me and trust me to tell their stories and trust me to interview them and trust me with the round tables. One of the things that I find that a lot of people that it's hard for them to let go is that no matter what you do in life, there's always going to be that one person who has something to say about you. And no matter what kind of life you try to live, how good you try to live it, they are determined to tear down your character, determined to try to put a stain on your name. determined to always make sure people remember what you used to be instead of where you are now. They live in your past. Their their whole existence is about your past are things that you don't have right in your life or things that they think you don't have right in your life. And so we find ourselves fighting these constant battles. And we say, we're not going to let that bother us, but it does bother us. It bothers you, and you want to fight, and you want to go kick somebody doing and kick their ass, to tell you the truth, and say, what's your issue? What's your problem? Why can't you just let me be great? Why do you always have to try to um, say the most negative, foul thing about me and make me and make other people feel crazy about me, and then I allow you to make me feel crazy about myself? And so one of the first gifts that I want us to give to ourselves today, and especially if you don't have a spouse or a boyfriend or girlfriend, somebody that got your back, because you know, we say we got God, we say we had Jesus, and we love Jesus, and we trust Jesus, but it's just something about that human touch and knowing that somebody has your back. There's somebody that, like I told my daughter, if things get a little loud, they, peek out the door. What's up? Well, I was just making sure they wasn't talking to her. You know, that person that has your back. Y'all know what I mean. And when you don't have that, sometimes you can feel a little, especially this time of year. Valentine's come right after. You can feel a little down. You can feel a little depressed. But what I want you to do this year is this. This year, on this day, this first day of our 12 days before Christmas, I want you to promise yourself and to actively, consciously, intentionally work at not allowing yourself to let anybody make you feel less than again. If they're going to talk, let them talk. If they're going to grow sand, if they're going to grow shade, let them do it. But from this night forward, or this morning forward, or this evening forward, whenever you're watching, whatever time you're watching this, don't allow anybody else to make you feel less than who you rightfully are and were created to be. Now, you may not be there yet. You may be like me, still in the process. I'm growing, I'm changing. But I'm not going to allow anybody to take me back to where I came from in my feelings, in my emotions, in anything. So that's what we're going to throw out. Now, the gift that I want you to give yourself, and this is conscious and intentional too, and this is going to take some trust on your part. I want you to give yourself the gift of Elohim Shomri, Shomri, Elohim Shomri, Elohim Shomri. I looked it up. I said, how do you pronounce it? And that's how I said it. Elohim Shomri, which means God my defender, God my protector. And I need you to get it in your spirit, man, down to your bones, down to the white meat. Get it in there that every tongue that wags against you, every finger that points in you an accusation, every lie that's told, every weapon that tries to form against you, every doorway that's trying to be slammed, every block that's trying to be put up in your life, I need you to trust that God is your defender and he's your protector, and that he is behind the scenes supernaturally moving folks out your way. If they're not for you, then they're not against you. They're against the God in you. And see, that's where people get it mixed up, is that they think when they're doing stuff to you, that they're doing it to you personally. But when you have God in your life, and when you trust him, and I have learned these last 2 years to trust God. I have learned that he is a miracle worker. I have learned that he can change things around. So now that I trust him, I'm going to trust him to have my battles too. Excuse me, y'all. I'm going to trust him to have my battles. I'm going to trust him to be my, I don't know the football terms, but that person that's out there when you running with the ball and you on a mission, and right now in your mind and in your life, you on a mission, and he running ahead of you, and got the angels running ahead of you, and they blocking, and they knocking folks down left and right. See, because it's really not them. What it is that spirit in them. Your spirit bothers their spirit. And they have not been converted yet. And it's a whole lot of folks that sit in church every Sunday and raise their hands that ain't been converted yet. Because if they were converted, they wouldn't say the things that they say and do the things that they do. But you that are in the process and have been rocking with me and reading my stuff and looking at my videos, we've been on a journey to be converted, be transformed by the renewing of our minds, and to help you to build up that confidence and to know just how much he got your back. Read Psalms 31. If you, and I'm not going to read it to you, I want you to read it privately, because as you read those words, you're going to be like, oh, okay. Now, if you have one of those Bibles that, like the NIV or something like that, what tends to happen is when you, I like to do two things. Read it in the King James Version first, and then read your easy to read translation. Because what happens is each time these translations take place, the true meaning and the true word and the true spirit of that word, it sometimes gets watered down. So even if you read your NIV or your ESV, Women's Bible, whatever you read, when you read that in that language that you understand, then I want you to go back, and even if you have to pull it up on your phone and Google it, Google Psalms 31 in the King James Version so you can get the full pack of it. And when you read those words, you'll be like, because you will hear David stating what God was, who he needs him to be, and what he needs him to do. And the same way he did it for David, he'll do it for you. So what we're going to put down on this 12th day of Christmas is we're going to put down all negativity, worrying about what somebody think about us. We're going to not never again worry about, we're not even going to acknowledge when somebody's throwing shade. We're going to smile and keep it moving. We're not going to let it upset our day. We're not going to let it set us back. We're not going to let it keep us off our path. Are we going to mess up? Heck yeah. We're learning as we go along. But that's not the messing up part. That's expected, is what you learn from the mess up. So we're going to put all that down, and we're not taking that over into 2022. We're going to put that down, and the gift that we're going to give to ourselves is God our protector, God our defender. And that's your first day of Christmas gift. And I'll be back later with your second day of Christmas. And then I think I'm going to do that one live. And then we'll go every day till we get to Christmas Eve, and that'll be our 12th day of Christmas. I know it's corny, but it's just something I feel led to do. So I'm going to do it. God bless you. As always, faith, belief for emotion. And we are going to be in this Christmas spirit, whether we want to or not. Bye-bye. Have a